You already score systems, you just don't know you're doing it. When you say a country is well run, you're saying its parts work together without any single part dominating. When you say a country is a mess, you're saying the opposite, that power is concentrated, information is unreliable, and problems in one area keep spreading to every other area. That's an informal coupling assessment. This video gives you the formal version. 5 questions, each scored from 1 to 10. You can apply them to any system, a country, a company, an institution. The same framework we used on Rome, the Dutch Republic, and Song China. The first question: how concentrated is decision-making? Picture 2 systems. In one, every significant decision flows through a single office. One person signs off on military deployments, economic policy, judicial appointments, and media regulation. If that person is competent, things move fast. If they're not, everything fails at once. That's high concentration. In the other, decisions are made by different bodies with genuine independence. The military doesn't control the courts. The central bank doesn't answer to the legislature. No single node can override the others. It takes longer to reach agreement, but a failure in one doesn't cascade to all. The question to ask: if you remove the most powerful decision-maker tomorrow, how many institutions would stop functioning? If the answer is most of them, score high. If the answer is almost none, score low. Second question: who captures the surplus? Every system produces more than it consumes. The question is where that surplus goes. In some systems, it's broadly shared through wages, public services, infrastructure that benefits most people. In others, a thin layer at the top captures the majority, not through theft, through structure, through ownership, through rents, through the rules about who gets paid first. This isn't about whether rich people exist. Every complex society has inequality. The question is the ratio. When a small group captures so much that the rest of the system can't invest, can't maintain infrastructure, can't absorb a shock, that's high extractive intensity. The question to ask: what fraction of the wealth generated in this system stays within the system's working parts? If most of it circulates, score low. If most of it accumulates at the top, score high. Third question: what happens if one key element fails? Some systems are built around a single leader, a single resource, a single institution. Everything depends on that one node. When it works, the system looks efficient. When it fails, there's nothing to fall back on. Other systems have redundancy. Multiple leaders who can step in, multiple resources that can substitute, multiple institutions that overlap. It looks wasteful until something breaks, and then it's the reason the system survives. The Song dynasty's examination system is a good example. When one generation of officials failed, the next cohort was already being examined. The system didn't depend on any individual being competent. It depended on the process continuously producing replacements. Rome had no such mechanism. When the Republic needed a leader who would respect constitutional norms, it had no way to guarantee one. It depended on individual restraint. That's a single point of failure. The question to ask: what is the one thing that, if it failed, would bring the whole system down? If you can name it easily, score high. If you struggle to identify one, score low. Fourth question: how does the system hear about itself? A system with one information channel is blind to anything that channel doesn't carry. A system with many independent channels can cross-reference, can catch what one channel misses, can hear dissent. This isn't about the volume of information. The Soviet Union generated enormous quantities of data, but it all flowed through a single apparatus. The data told the system what the system wanted to hear. The Dutch Republic generated less data, but through dozens of independent sources: publishers, merchants, universities, competing cities. The system heard the truth because no single channel could filter it out. The question to ask: if someone inside this system discovered a serious problem, how many independent ways could that information reach the people who need to hear it? If the answer is one, score high. If the answer is many, score low. Fifth question: can the parts function without the center? When the French invaded the Dutch Republic in 1672 and occupied 3 provinces, the other 4 kept functioning. They raised armies, collected taxes, made decisions. The center had failed, and the parts carried on. That's high subsystem independence. The Inca Empire was the opposite. Every region depended on Cusco's redistributive apparatus. When the Spanish captured the center, the periphery couldn't adapt. There was no local capacity to fall back on. The entire system failed because the parts had no independent existence. The question to ask: if the capital went silent tomorrow, no instructions, no funding, no coordination, could the regions, the provinces, the local institutions continue functioning? If yes, score low. If everything would grind to a halt, score high. 5 questions, 5 scores. Add them together, divide by 5. That's the coupling level. Below 5, the system can probably self-correct. Problems arise, and the institutions are independent enough to see them, redistribute resources to address them, and contain failures before they spread. Above 5, the system probably can't. Not because the people inside it are less capable, because the 3 mechanisms are active. Redistribution is captured, assessment is distorted, failures cascade. The structure has crossed the point where self-correction is possible. The threshold isn't a cliff edge, it's a zone. A system at 4.8 isn't safe, and a system at 5.2 isn't doomed. But the further above 5, the more certain the outcome. Rome at 7.2 had no chance. The Dutch Republic at 1.6 had enormous margin. Song China at 5.0 survived through constant structural maintenance.